LBC Radio's Nick Ferrari erupted at US Vice President JD Vance after he appeared to refer to the UK as a random country that hasn't fought a war in 30 or 40 years. LBC presenter Nick Ferrari unleashed fury on US Vice President JD Vance after he insulted British troops when he referred to a random country that hasn't fought a war in 30 or 40 years. His comments were widely perceived to be directed towards the UK and France, who have been leading European efforts to secure a peace deal between Russia and Kyiv. Nick discussed JD Vance's comments on his Wednesday show and said America was scraping the barrel with him as vice president. The journalist raged, "How dare you say that when 636 British military personnel lost their lives in wars alongside your military personnel? How dare you say that to what is supposedly your closest ally? I thought we had seen some dumb US vice presidents." It was famously said of Gerald Ford that he couldn't walk and chew gum at the same time. Dan Quayle was mocked for not being able to spell potato. But by God, they scraped the bottom of the barrel with this one, haven't they? On Tuesday, Sir Keir Starmer rebuked Mr. Vance's comments, pointing out that British troops fought alongside the US in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Prime Minister's spokesman said in a press briefing, "The Prime Minister, and the country as a whole, is full of admiration for all British troops who have served, for instance, in Iraq and Afghanistan, many of whom have lost their lives in the process and have obviously served alongside allies, including the United States." After sparking widespread backlash on this side of the Atlantic, JD Vance was forced to clarify that his criticism of a possible European peacekeeping force in Ukraine was not aimed at the UK or France. Mr. Vance claimed it was absurdly dishonest to suggest he had been referring to either of the countries. He said, "I don't even mention the UK or France in the clip, both of whom have fought bravely alongside the US over the last 20 years, and beyond. However," he added, "but let's be direct, there are many countries who are volunteering, privately or publicly, support who have neither the battlefield experience nor the military equipment to do anything meaningful." On Wednesday, Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood was asked if she accepts JD Vance's clarification. She told Times Radio, "I take what he says at face value, that he's offered a clarification. Of course I accept that.